Hello, headbangers, rockers, and lovers of good music. I'm Gunnar again, but before I bore you to death, there's going to be a recap of the day. Today is Friday with a very, very special person. It's actually, if you ever check the Wacken Instagram, and if you haven't, you really should, you'll find excellent pictures. They have been done by this man who is going to introduce himself.
Hi Gunnar, thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I'm Pep Bonet, I'm from Mallorca. I've been here in Wacken coming for the last 4 years, I think. And yeah, as you said, I'm photographing the people, the ambient, the atmosphere and what's going on. I think my work is to basically show the diversity of the different people that come around. And that's why I do, and that's what I really enjoy doing.
You did not really start out as a rock and roll photographer. As far as I know, you actually started out in war zones.
Yeah, I've been a photojournalist for the last 20 years. I just started working in Africa, basically conflicts. My first project was in Sierra Leone when the war ended back in 2001, I think it was. What I did story about the consequences of the war, the physical and the psychological consequences of the war. And I've been continuing working on human rights issues. I work a lot on HIV and AIDS. I collaborate with a lot of NGOs, magazines. So yeah, basically my work is, I like to say, to shine the light in the darkest places on earth. Basically when I have a story in my mind or when I have to go somewhere, I hardly ever do research. I like to do the research once on the ground. And the same applies for Wacken. When I had to come to Wacken, I knew a bit of what it was, but I didn't look what had been done because the subconscious always works in a bad way, let's say. I feel loved here. I feel there is freedom. I mean, I don't know what idea people have of metal festivals, but the amount of humanity there is here, it's amazing. I've never seen a fight. That's remarkable in a place with 100,000 people.
Did you manage to see any bands? And if so, what was your favorite?
Well, today was a very special day for me because this year we did a new project on Africa with my photo agency. We are a group of 12 photographers all around the world. We cover conflict, human rights. And this year, as we do every year with Nikon sponsors us in our educational project, but also Nikon sponsors us in a group project. And this year, the project was, our agency is called Nur, which means light in Arabic. And this year, the project was a new light on Africa. So we had to choose a positive story on Africa. And I had seen 1 or 2 photos of these metalheads in Botswana, dressed in leather with spikes and like Mad people, but from Africa, black people. And I thought like, wow, this is a different story, you know, so let me try and investigate that story. So I went to Botswana for this project. I contacted Overthrust, I contacted the band and the leader, Vulture. He contacted me and said, you're welcome. Come here, I'm a policeman, but I'll take 2 weeks off and I'll fix you. I'll be your fixer and I'll take you around and you'll meet all the headbangers all around Botswana. And I did this photo story, which next year will be an exhibition at Wacken. And I spoke to Thomas and to some other people. I said, you know, I've got this story that I've shot and I think you should take a look at this band. And finally this band ended up in Wacken. And today Overthrust played at the Wasteland stage and they were so very well received, you know. And that I was very emotional for me because I've seen people coming to the other side of the world and I've seen people with a dream coming through. And they were so happy. You can't believe how, only to be here they were happy, but the concert turned out to be very, very powerful. They play old style death metal, fast and rough. And that for me was like, yeah, how can I put it? Like a very well packed and very nice end of the story. And I also move around the camps. Every year I try to photograph different camps. First year I documented the Mexican camp, which was Mexican, Paraguayan, Brazilian, Argentinian. And I like to get into these small worlds which happen inside Wacken. And that's my goal, to be part of these little families, be part of them for half a day, one day, couple of hours, and then try to photograph them spontaneously. I never set up photographs. I don't take portrait like stay here or stay there, so I mainly walk with my cameras around and try to show the vibrance and the different colors of Wacken.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for your time, and metalheads, come to Wacken, bastards.